Good evening. For a few days, a few months, it may be 10 or 15 days, I do not know exactly, I cannot remember that. The day when I heard uploaded last. But now I am going to introduce the new technology to teach the students. And those who have first higher secondary or completed post graduation or post graduation, and thereafter they are normally found weak at English, and for them I'm introducing, I have already introduced for the post graduation or those who have completed or those who have completed the honors, how can they be able to have a stronghold at English? It can be, but I am not intended just to teach you the spoken English. It is included whenever just I started teaching any students. It becomes means what is called easy part for the students or the followers. They can easily pick up and they can understand this part. And thereafter, this language becomes familiar to the follower. So this process has already been introduced, and now the students has come. Students have come. So now it is just exactly our educational system that does teach us. That system teaches what to secure the minds, not to have a strong word in English. And few commercial teachers they declare or they what is called circulate spoken English is being taught in that institution, but it is not possible. It is exactly those who wanted to have a stronghold at English they need to do or they need to follow from the beginning. But we are not teaching like this way. So this is the system. And earlier, my students, those who are means school students, most of them they can. And those who are the mature students, it becomes very easy to them to hold, to follow. But attending spoken classes, it is quite impossible. It is a daydream life. So I start teaching. It is really my own technology, and only a pedagogue can teach. No books, no grammar books can teach. None of our books can provide such idea within a short period. So this is the system that I have introduced, and I am going to start and declare this. And for us, you are going to get what is called advertisements. Maybe I may not because I do not like to have more students to be taught at a time. I have a limitation. My intention, my view is to teach the students, and not to make a lot of money to what is called to collect money to do something else. No, my intention is to teach the students correctly so that they can use it in the competitive examination, or that they can write, they can read, they can clarify, they can defy, they can participate in conversation with anybody else. But exactly we are not be able to have this knowledge due to our means episodical system is wrongly taught. Maximally, I am not going to degrade others, the teachers, they cannot. They can, everybody can. But the system has been, which what is called educational system has been followed differently. And we in Bengali medium, we are exactly the Bengali medium students. They can do and they can pick up. They can what is called learn about within a short period. The basic system is not there, but we are teaching this, and that system has been modified, and that system has been rectified. And I have observed and experienced the teachers, students, they can follow easily and they can even write and they can describe, they can narrate and they can do whatever they want exactly. So in this regard, I'm going to get companion, a teacher. He's a very nice teacher. He's from Beirut and he's an engineer professionally. ISCO engineer. He has started teaching for the students, those who want to appear in the competitive examination. How nicely it does teach. It is unbelievable. Unless a student does attend his classes. It is at Beirut because he has no more time to come to Gunapur and to open an what is called institution or a commercial center where he can teach the students regularly. No, it's not possible. He does teach only twice weekly or either whenever he gets the time or either he can spare this time. Then only just he can. But his process is exactly, I mean, most modern. So I always congratulate him and I always favor him. I ask the students just to attend him. And basically, he is very much what is called prompt. Computer technologies as well as engineering, general knowledge, maths, relating to every aspect. It's all under the same roof. And a few students have been observed and found they managed to have services or employment being appeared in the competitive examination. So such type of system I had never heard or observed or experienced. So this is the time I ask every student pick up English first, have a hold. It is the easy system, and I can. Those who have the honor student, those who maximally just you can experience about being in the society or the students, those who are educated, and just simply you ask just to clarify any subject about any topic, about any part of his knowledge. Exactly, it is experienced. It's hardly I find. Even the teachers, they do not. They cannot. So nowadays it has becomes what is called the when the students are not be able to have this knowledge, they usually attend the teachers to for tuitions, for extra tuitions. But that is also not, I think, a successful system. Any teacher in my area, I find. And they think that the spoken English can be, but without of right concept, without of grammar, without of vocabulary, how can it be made possible or one can teach a student? But exactly why it is this opportunity is being what is called undertaken. That is commercialized. But for teaching students, you need to have one does need to have this what is called experience and should have strong idea about grammar. Without grammar, nobody can. But no teacher can defy the grammar following that they do follow the books. But exactly the grammar that should be always prompt. They should define it clearly, writing on the board, making the students understand, asking them the questions, and they can follow, and thereafter they can study. So this is only the easiest system just to make a student prompt English. So students, it's a good news for them, those who are eager to learn, and I can assure they must achieve the success. Let's see, the time will tell the tale, and I am confident, I am sure the students, they certify me and they achieve the success. They get the knowledge, how can you use English, how can activate it in all aspects, in all directions they can do. So I say, here we have an idea that ICSE students or CBSE students, they can only speak English and they can write English. It is not exactly. I haven't means what is called experience in this regard. And what is the difference between CBSE and the ICSE? In our India, there are 20,000 schools, CBSEs. They have franchises or others, they direct. I don't know exactly. And the ICSE, they have 18, 9 to 9,500 like this. But nowadays, only the standard education is being taught, or NCERT is being followed by CBSE. And ICSE, they are also doing, but they take time. They do not edit it, but every year the CBSE they do. And for that, most of the students they are found in CBSE courses there. Because 11 and 12 they always follow this NCERT. But here in our West Bengal, if we change it, this educational system, if we try to change it, and if we use while teaching the students and 11 and 12 students, I think that problem will be overcome, or either it will be solved. But instead of doing this, we are making the students understand using Bengali. But at the very same time, why do we not think that if we defy, if we clarify, if you narrate it, the subject matter, that what else I am teaching or the teacher is teaching, if they clarify, they narrate it using that mother tongue or the and parallelly, that yes, it will be made much easier for the students. So as or because when in CBSE they use both the language Hindi and English. So they can. That means Hindi is commonly it is their mother tongue. Most of the students they can follow easily that Hindi language. So why do we not introduce the same concept in our school system? Because the physics, chemistry, math, or either higher students or secondary students, they are very much talented and they usually get the appointment from to that SSC. That means they are exactly certified person. They are the talented person. But I do not find this. Why they cannot activate this system and the students will be made prompt and they will be very much familiar in English. You see that our West Bengal educational system will be developed just if we started teaching the students for secondary students and using English and Bengali both. I think it will be very much helpful for the students. They can make themselves so much talented or skilled person. But instead doing this thing, all the teachers, they are uploading in the YouTube in Bengali. So what would happen? What would be just its impact? I cannot understand this. This system is to be changed. I request all the teachers, if they are not be able, just ask me, I shall answer it. I shall even help them to just to have a knowledge. How can you deliver this? How can you narrate? I am not just what is called a highly educated person. Everybody can this. It is the easiest language in the world. It is the sweetest language in the world. Most of these our educated students they can go and get an appearing in that a competitive examination and they are what is called getting the chance to study in superior college. Or yes. So why our students maximally so more than 1 lakh students they are going and attending quota? Why? Even in the Bengal students, they are leaving Bengal and going to Kota and they are preparing themselves, they are attending the classes. You might have got an idea, you might have that idea. Go to the YouTube and log on the Kota educational system and you will find all the details about the students and their interviews. It is being uploaded in YouTube and this in different TV channels and news channels. But why this? We are following this, but why do we not, we the teachers do not try to change it, the system? You see, I am a Bengali medicine. If I can, why they cannot? I can, he can, she can, Ram can. Everybody can. But we have just what is called a panic, a complication that English is the toughest language. No, sir, it is not exactly. If we follow the system correctly, if we go and follow and just what is the system, episodical system, that it will make the students really too easy to utilize. And rather, I will with the mother tongue will be rather tough than this English. But we do not try to understand. I cannot make the Everybody that teaching stuff understand about this, and they are simply going and just providing the teaching the students using English means what is called simply they are following the exercises to do it the proper this one and what is called the voices, the narration, I know the degree changes or the splitting sentences and fill up A and B. It is not that educational system and just going through the text and when just I am teaching the text at the very same time I can explain, I can clarify about the grammatical misapplication. But why instead doing these things we are teaching just simply providing them that what is called the answers are made just you are go and cram it, ratta mara away. Is it the system? Can we not change? We are highly fed. We the teachers are highly fed in comparison with the private schools. It's really same. I feel the same myself. I said, really, why we are not able, why we, the teachers are not able to follow. The students, they are ready to accept this one. But we are not applying this. Simply the teachers, they are what is called, when just it is called just they declare. This is like a lame excuse. They cannot follow. But at the basic reason, if I ask a teacher, you can? Hardly the teachers have level. I know, I have experienced that. When the teachers, they cannot make a draft about their resolution or the meetings. This is happening in our West Bengal educational system. Government can't do, government cannot help. The teachers, they should initiate about this. This is my declaration. This I to say. This I like to circulate about this. The students attending the spoken class, it is quite impossible. Just if a student go or attend this, what is called a spoken class, maximally the teachers, those who teach, they use the informal English. I know one of my students, they maximally he use that informal English. He does not have the perfect concept about the grammar. But he declares himself, yes, he earning a lot. But I am not beautiful to earn a lot. My intention is to teach the students correctly, properly, perfectly, so that they can develop their knowledge and ideas, so that they can introduce themselves in the Google world. So who are responsible for our educational system that cannot be developed? Why? Yes, we are certified. We are securing 90%, 95% or more than that. But A means what is called the securing must that does not, what is called reflect your talent, is it? Why just I am asking or that if in competition the ask when there are the few of questions, the questions are asked in English and they are to answer in English. So really I feel nowadays everybody has started even in the primary school. They are teaching the students ABCD, but they do not know exactly. I shall ask you the question TO2, DO2, why Geo is not go? Can a teacher define it? PUT put, but BUT, but why it is? Can it be? CHEF safe, CHOIR choir, and CHAIR is why? Can a teacher define it? So we are in problem. We have to rectify this one. So this is the message. And every student, I can open it. I shall circulate this message. Unless I can help them, I shall make the students should always be in advantage. So today, I would say no more. And next, it is awaited, and I shall appear actively about this, serving you the concept. But the one thing, means what is called uploading the YouTube, I cannot completely teach the student. They have to attend here. Means all knowledges, all the knowledge, or just make it common on using comedy, you can make it plural, cannot be provided through YouTube. That education. Means learning this language, one has to be. Only a pedagogue can, no grammar book can teach a student correctly. This is my only message for the students. I think I must get a good response from you. Thank you, and assuring you to appear in the next.